I'm here tonight, and I'm here with colleagues, Councillor Mary Fragadakis and Councillor Paula Fletcher, who represent this area, to, of course, be supportive of the chief and the police and the other first responders as they do their job, but also to make sure that we really reflect the horror that we all feel about this happening anywhere in the city, but happening here in a very peaceful part of the Danforth. And I want to just reiterate a couple of things that the chief said. First of all, people should not reach any conclusions because the police themselves have not drawn any conclusions as to exactly what happened here and why. And I certainly have confidence, as I'm sure the people of Toronto do, that our police chief and all of his men and women will get to the bottom of this and determine what happened here. It is a city, a global city, where lots of things are unfortunately going to be things that are a possibility here, but they're going to investigate all of that and report back to us, I'm sure, as soon as they possibly can. The second thing I want to reiterate is a request to the people of Toronto to help. There were many people here tonight, and some understandably may have left in a hurry and not realize they saw something that could be of use to the police as they investigate. And so I hope they will be in touch with the police or Crime Stoppers and pass on any information they have, no matter how trivial it might seem to be, including anything that they took into their cameras or otherwise on other kinds of technology, because every little bit of information is going to help the police to do their job. And the third thing I would just ask of the people of Toronto is this. Please don't draw any conclusions. Please wait for the police to do their job. They have plenty of police resources here. They were here quickly, and other first responders. And I should add a word of thanks on behalf of the people of the City of Toronto and myself as mayor for the excellent job that was done in horrible circumstances by the paramedics and, of course, by the police. Anytime there are any victims, death or injury, this is a terrible matter for the city, but they responded quickly and they've responded professionally, as they always do. And finally, I just want to say to the families of those who we lost tonight, and to the families of those who are injured, that they have our thoughts and prayers are with them, to hopefully for those who are recovering, that they will recover, and for those who've lost someone, I just extend the deepest condolences on behalf of all of the people, I'm sure, of the City of Toronto.
Mayor Tory, we're coming off of a tragedy not that long ago with the van attack. What are you going to say to people who are just recovering from something like that?
It's almost inconceivable these kinds of things can happen. We were so used to living in a city where these things didn't happen, and as we saw them going on in the world around us, that we thought they didn't happen here, or couldn't, or shouldn't. And I can just say to people that they should try to stay calm while the police do their job, because we have to figure out what happened here. We don't know. It's a tragedy any which way you look at it, but try to remain calm and have confidence, as I do, in the chief of police and in the men and women who serve him, and all of our other first responders who will be a part of investigating this. And please help in any way that you can, and please just comfort your fellow Torontonian that these things, you can never brush them away, and I'm angry about them. I mean, I'm angry when these kinds of things happen in the city, and lots of people will be angry, but it's most important that we should just let the police do their work, help the police in any way that we can, and reassure each other that we still live in a great city, but that we have to be ever more vigilant about these kinds of things that happen in big cities. It never excuses it, it never makes it better, but we just have to make sure we comfort each other that we're very blessed to live in a very safe place and a very fortunate place in many respects. But there are things that happen nowadays, and they're just unspeakable and they're incomprehensible, and there's nothing more I can say than that.
I mean, there's been so many conversations about gun violence specifically here in the city, many saying Toronto now has a gun problem, and then you see something like this. What is your reaction to that part of the conversation? Many hoping that they could curb the violence, and then we see something like this tonight.
Well, we'll see what this is all about and what led to this happening, and that's the work that the chief of police and his men and women are going to do. And so that's why I say we shouldn't draw any conclusions. But if you want me to draw one with respect to whether we have a gun problem, I've said for some time now, going back months, even to last year, I spoke at a forum convened by the federal government. We have a gun problem in that guns are too readily available to too many people. In fact, the only people that really are supposed to have them are the police and very limited numbers of other people. And that is clearly not the case, and that is a problem that is international, and it's a problem that's domestic. And we clearly have to do more about it, because there are too many people carrying around guns and using them in whatever manner they use them, in whatever connection. And that's part of what we shouldn't conclude here, just that there was a gun used. And so we have a gun problem, and I just hope every step is going to be taken by all those who have responsibility. The police are doing their best, but they operate under extraordinarily difficult circumstances in terms of trying to deal with these guns. And but we'll see what they conclude in this case. But it's evidence of a gun problem, clearly. Thank you very much.
Mayor, has the SIU been called in? Do you know?
I can't answer that.